Hello everyone! In this video, I'm going to be going over the updates to Flipgrid, and there are a lot of them. So while I'll be showing a lot of new things, these updates are really exciting and actually make things easier and more intuitive. So I hope that you'll enjoy and this will be easy to follow. Now when you log in as an educator to Flipgrid, the first thing you'll see is a discussions tab. No longer will you see grids. Instead, you'll see topics and groups. Think of groups as your old grids. That is like a class folder. For example, my AP Calculus AB class, I can create a group for that class and then topics within there. I will get into more of that in a second, but before I do, I want to go to the Topics tab. Now the Topics tab are all of the individual prompts that I've given students, and I can easily see them all in one place. I can create topics that are not in a group. Think folder when I say group. So this is one of those things that is new. Before, there was no way to just ask a prompt, make it on the fly really quickly. You had to go into your group and then add a topic. Now you can just add a topic and you do not need to assign it to a specific class. What you do is create your topic. You would add your prompt. That's the question you want students to respond to. You change the recording time as you did before. Now video moderation, remember that allows things to be private. If you turn video moderation on, that will remain private to just you unless you change those settings. You can leave that off if you want everybody to respond on one big grid. The next thing that you'll have the option for is to add any media that you want to add as a teacher. So I could add an image, I could upload a video, I could even record a video right here if I want to add that to my prompt. Under there, what you'll see is some options for how you want to share this. So my recommendation is to always share it with student email. And just keep that setting all the time. That's the easiest way to do things. If you need any options that you don't see, you can click on more options, and that will give you the option to add a link to a file, to choose if you want to just get a daily notification or if you want a notification for every new video that's been posted to the grid. So there's more options here. Once you're done, you can just create the topic. Now, to share this link with students, you can just copy it right here and add it to an assignment. All set. If I go back to my discussions tab like this, you'll see that that sample topic is not actually added to any of my groups. If you want to add it later for organizational purposes, you can choose what class you want to put it in. To keep things very simple, you could just keep adding topics and you don't need to organize them in any way beyond that. But if you're somebody who really likes organization, then my recommendation is to add a group. So create a group, call that the name of your class. Don't worry about the join code. I recommend, again, using student email addresses. Press next. Here, you would put in the email of your domain. So for us, that's @bullis.org because that's the end of our email address. So you put that in as a one-time thing. Then you press the next button, and then don't worry about sharing the group with your class. Instead, what you'll do is once you get into this class, like this, you just add a topic. And so you start adding topics in the same way that I just explained. So if I click on discussions again, now I'll see that in my groups, I have this name of class. And if I click on that at any point, all I have to do to add a new question is add a topic right there. When I create a topic in that class, let me go back to the discussions tab. It will be in my groups. I'll see that prompt there. As well, if I go back to discussions and click on topics, you'll see that I see that question there and it's in that group. So I'm going to keep this video as short and sweet as possible, but as a summary, the simplest way to get started is simply to go to discussions and just add topics. Think of topics as prompts. Here's a question for A block. You could keep them separate if you don't want A block, B block, and C block all in the same grid. You could do a question for A block, create topic, copy this link, assign it to A block as an assignment, and then you could go back and add another topic. And now you could do another question for B block, create topic, again, copy this link, all set. One thing to note is if you do want to duplicate the topic, if that's easier for you, then you do need to set up groups. And then you'd see all the prompts that you had asked right here on the topics view. So under discussions, under the topics view, and if you ever lose that share link, you can always just click it again. You can always add groups later. So don't worry too much about that. If you want the short and easy way to get started, just start adding some topics. I hope this is helpful. And in the next video, I'll talk more about the all new Flipgrid camera.